Today, let's tackle about the cryptocurrency being a potential threat to the financial system. Welcome to CryptoLink channel. If you love getting news and update about cryptocurrency, join our community by subscribing to our channel. You can tap the bell icon to never miss our new videos. If you enjoy our channel, kindly like and share it with your friends. Now let's go for today's topic. The Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve Board, Lael Brainard, says that cryptocurrency must be supervised before the financial system gets threatened. July 9, 2022. Stated by the Federal Reserve Vice Chair, Lael Brainard, before the crypto industry becomes a potential danger to the current financial system, it must be regulated as much as possible. Given that most government officials had disregarded cryptocurrency as a reality just 5 or more years ago, this was a quite alarming statement. According to Brainard, who goes into detail, this digital ecosystem has the potential to totally disrupt financial services, thus it must be properly controlled now, before it grows to an unmanageable problem. The majority of speculators are aware that regulation is necessary for widespread adoption, but they also worry about the possibility of creating regulation would favor some crypto assets over others. Contrary to what the crypto community wanted, the SEC was likely able to implement its own interpretation of the regulations due to the absence of clear guidelines. During her speech at a Bank of England conference in London, Federal Reserve Vice Chair Lael Brainard stated, "Innovation has the potential to make financial services faster, cheaper, and more inclusive, and to do so in ways that are native to the digital ecosystem, and it is important that the foundations for sound regulation of the crypto financial system be established now before the crypto ecosystem becomes so large or interconnected that it might pose risks to the stability of the broader financial system." U.S. regulators continue to draw attention to the industry's potential, expansion, and reach, as well as the possible implications of not having a clear framework for it. Despite this year's meltdown, the price of Bitcoin is presently around 70% less than its November all-time high of $68,982.20. A month after Senators Cynthia Lummis, Republican Wyoming, and Kirsten Gillibrand, Democrat New York, proposed legislation to establish a set of regulations for cryptocurrencies, which would provide the Commodity Futures Trading Commission authority to oversee the majority of the market, Brainard made her remarks. We got some tweets alarmed by this news. WJS Markets tweet: "The crypto financial system turns out to be susceptible to risks that are all too familiar from traditional finance," said Federal Reserve Vice Chairwoman Lael Brainard. There is also a tweet from The Block. "In case you missed it, Federal Reserve's Brainard urges crypto regulation before industry becomes more entangled with the financial system." And a tweet from CoinDesk. The Federal Reserve's Lael Brainard isn't shy about cataloging the recent failings in crypto, and suggesting that tough new rules will be needed. Now that more and more government representatives are speaking up and expressing their worries, it appears that this will happen at some point regardless of what, and the only question left to be answered would be when. As of now, it appears that any crisis in the cryptocurrency market has been limited inside the crypto industry, and the traditional financial markets have not been affected yet, but Brainard acknowledged the worry that the cryptocurrency market may someday become big enough to have unintended consequences. Investors should pay attention to when the time comes that the Federal Reserve Vice Chair, Lael Brainard, uses this as justification for their push for regulation as early as possible. President Joe Biden released an executive order on cryptocurrencies earlier this year in an effort to address the U.S.'s absence of a policy system for the industry. On Friday, Brainard emphasized the uncertain nature of cryptocurrency values. The downfall of Terra, efforts to build decentralized stablecoins, and the current liquidity problem involving Three Arrows Capital are among the most recent developments that have put more pressure on cryptocurrency prices, and soured mood are also pointed out by Brainard. She also said that new technology and financial engineering cannot by themselves convert risky assets into safe ones. Despite significant investor losses, the crypto financial system does not yet appear to be so large or so interconnected with the traditional financial system as to pose a systemic risk, she added. This is the right time to establish which crypto activities are permissible for regulated entities and under what constraints, so that spillovers to the core financial system remain well contained. Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve Board Lael Brainard said at the Bank of England event, "We have seen crypto trading platforms and crypto lending firms not only engage in activities similar to those in traditional finance without comparable regulatory compliance, but also combine activities that are required to be separated in traditional financial markets," and she added, "For example, some platforms combine market infrastructure and client facilitation with risk-taking businesses like asset creation, proprietary trading, venture capital and lending. Financial engineering and new technology alone cannot turn dangerous assets into safe ones," the speaker claimed. According to Brainard, industry pressures have shown that crypto systems share common weaknesses and contagions, exemplified by the suspension of withdrawals from various cryptocurrency lending platforms and exchanges, as well as the failure of a well-known cryptocurrency hedge fund. In the Southern District of New York Federal Court, hedge fund Three Arrows Capital filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy last week. Michael Barr, President Joe Biden's choice to be the new Fed vice chairman for supervision, is anticipated to get Senate confirmation shortly. He will be in charge of the central bank's regulatory and financial supervision initiatives, including how the United States would regulate stablecoins. Barr is largely regarded as a supporter of strict regulation and a consumer champion. He has experience in the sector because he previously sat on the advisory board of the cryptocurrency company Ripple. Meanwhile, there is a low-long Grayscale versus SEC battle over Bitcoin ETF might last. Grayscale Investments, a major player in the digital asset market, and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) are engaged in a protracted legal dispute over the company's unsuccessful attempt to convert the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the largest cryptocurrency fund in the world, into a spot exchange trading fund. In a question and answer published by the company, Craig Somm, Grayscale's chief legal officer, stated, "We can't be certain about timing, but based on how long federal litigation tends to take, including briefings, oral arguments, and a final court decision, it can typically take anywhere from 12 months to 2 years, but could be shorter or longer." Since the corporation claimed to have submitted the notice of appeal within an hour of acquiring the SEC's ruling, the legal dispute had already begun. Additionally, according to Somm, Grayscale would have two options if it were to lose at the appeal level. First is for the whole panel of judges in the DC to decide on our case, rather than just the 3 randomly chosen judges. You need request an en banc hearing to reach a conclusion. Second is an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. The CLO quoted, "If either Grayscale or the SEC lose, either party could appeal the decision to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court decided to take the case on, we would proceed with a similar litigation process as in the appellate level: petition for review, briefings, oral arguments, and final decision." That's it for our today's video. So, what can you say about the news? Let us know about it in the comments section down below. Again, this is CryptoLink channel, happy to provide you with news and updates about cryptocurrency, and if you like this video, please click the like button. See you on the next one.